It's Taurus season, so let's use this zodiac sign to learn some interesting adjectives that you can use to describe people's personalities. If you were born from April 20th to May 20th, that means you are a Taurus. And a Taurus's sign is a bull. I want you to keep that in your mind because if you just think of a bull, it's really easy to understand a Taurus's personality. Tauruses are grounded and practical. That means they're not really the kind of person to have a lot of imagination, a lot of dreams, a lot of crazy ideas. They're much more practical and logical. They're grounded in reality. If a Taurus wants to learn a new skill, for example, learning English, they're not going to say, oh, every morning I'll wake up at 6 a.m. and go to a coffee shop and I'll study English and it will be so beautiful and so wonderful and so easy. A Taurus will be much more practical. They'll be more grounded. They're the kind of person to make an organized, realistic plan. Because they're so practical, a Taurus's English learning plan might look something like study for 30 minutes after class at the library every day. They would plan out what they plan to study every day and follow through on it. Tauruses are also really reliable. That means you can depend on them. You can count on them. If you need help, your Taurus friend will be there for you. They're also super resilient. That means they don't easily give up on something. If things get difficult, if things get tough, a Taurus, like a bull, is just going to keep going, keep working hard, keep trying to figure out the problem. So a Taurus is a really good person to have on your team at school or at work because you can count on them. They're practical, and when things get difficult, they're not going to give up. They're also really loyal. So if you have a Taurus friend or a Taurus partner, once you earn their trust, they're gonna stay with you until the end. Tauruses also really like to enjoy their life. They're not just boring people. They know how to have fun. They're the kind of people who really like to buy luxury goods. They love having beautiful things, nice things, expensive things. Your Taurus is probably going to be the friend that likes expensive food or likes to try different food or likes to travel to expensive, luxurious places. They're reliable and practical, but they know how to enjoy their life. A Taurus is super methodical, which means slow and steady wins the race for them. That can also mean, though, that they really don't like insecurity and they don't like something that's not planned out well. They're not spontaneous and they don't like their plans to change. A Taurus will never give up, which can be a good thing, but it can also mean that they're super stubborn. Once they have a plan and they have an idea, it's going to be really difficult for them to give up or change their mind. Because they love nice things, sometimes they can be too materialistic, which means they care too much about owning something or having something. And they're loyal, yes, but they can also be too possessive. It might be easy for a Taurus friend or a Taurus boyfriend or girlfriend to get really jealous if you have other friends or you talk to other people. Who are some famous Tauruses? Well, people like Karl Marx, William Shakespeare, Audrey Hepburn, Sigmund Freud. We've got some big thinkers, but there are also some celebrities who are into art and music. People like Travis Scott, Adele, Sabrina Carpenter, Robert Pattinson, Queen Elizabeth II, John Cena. All of these are famous Tauruses. And what's the color of a Taurus? Well, their color is green. Remember, they're an earth sign. They're really grounded. They're really practical. They care about slow and steady growth, just like the earth. Think grass, think trees, and it's usually a darker green like this, like a forest green. That is their color. If you want to practice your English, let me know your ideas in the comments. Do you know a Taurus? Are they like this? What other adjectives could we use to describe a Taurus?